I was shopping for a pair of wireless noise cancelling headphones because I recently became a father. Not to cancel out my baby's cries for my daily commute to work. Anyways, everyone and their mother kept recommending the Sony, Bose and even AirPod Max. But being a little bit of a rebel myself, for sure, I decided not to listen to them. This is the Shure Aonic 50, which is already I don't want. This is the new Shure Aonic 50 Gen 2. Is it any good? Should we just buy this instead? Full disclaimer, Mahajat Trio did send these headphones out for a review, but as usual, we do reserve our right to an unbiased opinion. If you feel like picking up a pair for yourself, then feel free to check out the links in the description. Also, they are currently running a Riot promo, and don't forget to use our code SHUREMOB for another 10% off. Okay, so if you're a fan of Jacob Collier like I am, then you've probably seen the ads of him and the previous generation of Aonic headphones. That's the kind of people Shure chooses to work with, musicians, producers, engineers, instead of mainstream celebrities the way other brands do. I'm sure LeBron has excellent ears for audio. The unfortunate byproduct of this is that a lot of consumers might be strangers to the brand unless they've either been involved in the music event or live streaming scene and have stumbled across a Shure SM58 or SM7B microphone like this one that have already become industry standards at this point. I digress. Anyways, let's just take a closer look at the new Aonic 50 Gen 2 that will be replacing the older discontinued Aonic 50. From the outside, Shure has made very little changes to these new ones. Gone are the silver accents in favor of a stealthy all-black aesthetic. Also, it seems like we won't be seeing them in other colors. I kind of miss that brown colorway, but hey. Besides that, you get the same matte black plastic ear cups with an over-the-ear design, chonky anodized aluminum frame, hinges and yokes, as well as super plush faux leather padding for your ear pads and also your headband. And I know that this might seem like a small thing, but I was glad that they got rid of this weird, bulky, ultimate frisbee carry case for a more reasonably sized one, like this one. I'm pretty sure that most people just ditch that old case and stuff their headphones commando style into their bags. While I do appreciate this robust build quality that can withstand rougher conditions of music production both in the studio and also on the field, I can't help but to be worried about that weight. For context, this Aonic 50 Gen 2 is quite a bit heavier than the Sony WH-1000 XM5s, but a little bit lighter than the Fruit brand AirPod Max. Ultimately though, the main issue that I have with the Aonic 50 Gen 2's design is that it looks kinda generic compared to its competitors. Shure really needs to find a stronger identity in terms of design if they want to stand out in this more consumer-driven market. But all that shouldn't matter as long as it feels comfortable, right? Now I have a rather large melon, as you can see, and have been wearing headphones at their max size adjustments since 2011. So these are really no exceptions as well. I do find the Aonic 50 Gen 2 comfortable enough to wear during longer sessions. The clamp force is a little much out of the box, but it got way better after a few days of use. The padding feels nice and soft, although the ear pads can get a little warm over time as with most faux leather ear pads. I do wish that the headband extends just a tad bigger, but hey, that's more a me problem than anything. Also, having a foldable design would make it more portable, but even the XM5 have gotten rid of that feature, so it's really not an issue. Next, let's talk about audio quality. So these have an overall V-shaped sound. The treble is very pronounced and clear. The bass is powerful enough and is also quite emphasized, which makes the mid-range sound like the weakest link. Vocals are present, but lack a little bit of warmth and body. In my opinion, it was tuned this way probably to allow for more bass volume without that much mid-bass bloat. That treble boost also compensated for that close-back design to introduce a little bit more space and air to open things up a little. I recommend adding a small boost between the 400 and 500 Hz range with the parametric EQ that is actually included. What really impressed me was that soundstage, which is way wider than what I expected with a pair of close-back headphones. Stereo imaging is also very accurate, which in combination with its tuning makes it surprisingly great for watching movies and playing games. games. I thought this was important enough to mention because a lot of people who buy headphones like this will be using it as a daily driver for consuming all sorts of content. The sound of the Aonic 50 Gen 2 is what I would describe as generally likable and fun, but still more technical and studio-like than most consumer headphones. As a cherry on top, we also get a spatializer that was honestly another pleasant surprise. You get 3 different modes. Music-made vocals feel a little more intimate and sit more on top, though you do sacrifice a little bit of that soundstage. I'd turn it on for anything but jazz and orchestra. Cinema made explosions more impactful and immersive. Michael Bay will definitely approve. Podcast made voices sound a little more boomy. Think movie trailer god voice. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, coming to theaters near you. If there's one thing that would make you buy these, it would be the audio quality. The microphone is probably as good as it gets without having one that swings out and gets in your face. Here's a quick sound test for your reference. What if we rewrite the stars? Say you were made to be mine. Nothing could keep us apart. You'd be the one I was meant to find. It's up to you and it's up to me. No one can say what we get to be. So why don't we rewrite the stars? Maybe the world could be ours tonight. Oh, oh. Moving on to the controls and features. On the right ear cup, we get the power Bluetooth button, volume buttons with a center button for media and phone control, along with a slider to toggle between active noise cancellation and environment mode, which is a transparency mode that allows you to hear your surroundings better through the mics on the ear cups, which is handy while commuting, for instance. You get both a 3.5mm jack for analog audio on the left ear cup and a USB-C port on the right that not only does charging but also comes with 2 USB modes, communication and high-res listening, that are switchable in the Shure Plus Play app. One thing to note is that high-res listening does not support mic input but does allow you to go up to 32-bit and 384 kHz. The app actually has some of the richest feature set that I've seen on an app for headphones. You get a bunch of different equalizer presets along with a parametric EQ, which is saved into the headphones, so it works even when you're using it with a cable. You also get different modes for ANC and the spatializer. You can even customize the slider to control other things than ANC. They've updated the app a bunch of times since it came out. It now boots up instantly and is super snappy to navigate with a user-friendly layout. Of course, we also tested the ANC, which is a key feature for the Aonic 50 Gen 2. Now, ANC has been significantly improved over last gen. You get 3 different levels as well as max aware. Like we mentioned before in our Your Mother No Teach video about ANC, which you should check out if you haven't already. It does better with constant and predictable sounds like hums in planes or trains or your PC's fan noise. In terms of actual performance though, the ANC was okay, not the best but worked well enough. Also, the large ear cups and pads definitely help. What's next? Oh, battery life. So the battery is rated for 45 hours, which is more than double of the last gen Aonic 50. Our test got us pretty close, which was good. It also supports quick charge that yields 5 hours of runtime in just 15 minutes. I think it's a huge improvement from a practical standpoint. We also tested these for latency. Like I said, they do sound very good for gaming, but because Shure has decided to give us Bluetooth 5.0 instead of the newer 5.3, the latency is not the greatest. The lowest measurement we got was with the SBC codec. 320 milliseconds is quite noticeable. If you're gonna be gaming with these, I would just plug them in with a cable. So in terms of value for money, I know that Shure might not be necessarily comparing themselves to Sony, but consumers surely will. The Aonic 50 Gen 2 is selling at 1,899 ringgit, which is pricier than the XM5s, but cheaper than the AirPod Max. But in Malaysia, Sony tends to do promos very frequently, which sells the XM5 for around 1,449 ringgit, though I'm not a big fan of its mostly plastic build. To stay competitive, Shure Malaysia is currently selling the Aonic 50 50 Gen 2 at a promo price of 1,699 ringgit, and Mobhouse viewers get another 10% off as long as you use our code SureMob during checkout in Shopee, which knocks it down further to 1,529 ringgit. In my humble opinion, I think that they should just make the next version with lighter materials with a less over-engineered design to keep costs down and strike for a similar price point to the Sony, because that would really improve chances of people giving it an actual go over more proven products from competitors. To recap, here's how I would score the Aonic 50 Gen 2 in terms of all these categories. Let me get straight into it. If you're an Aonic 50 owner and love them, then this Gen 2 is definitely worth the upgrade. It's got double the battery life, improved ANC performance, a similar but slightly refined V-shaped sound with the same robust build and fit. But if you didn't pick up the Aonic 50 before because you didn't like the sound or felt like it was too heavy for you, then you're probably not gonna like these as well. However, I strongly suggest that you don't get too wrapped up in brand loyalty and really try them out. The Aonic 50 Gen 2 is a pair of headphones that will truly shine when you give them an actual listen. Shure did what they do best and have given us a worthy contender for the best wireless ANC headphones on the market right now. And that is everything I have to say about the Aonic 50 Gen 2. If you thought this video was helpful, don't forget to like and share. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions regarding these headphones, and I'll try my best to reply to you one by one. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell to not miss out on more content like this, and follow us on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram to see more shenanigans from the Mobhouse crew. Again, my name is Bangsawan Shane, and I will see you in the next one. Eh, didn't scratch, right?